Hey, American contractors, viewers of the American Contractor Show. I'm here with John Dye at Win the Storm, and I have to tell you, anyone that is associated with American Contractor Show, you are a badass.
Big shout out to American Contractor Show. If you don't know, you definitely need to check out the Storm Summit. They're doing it in excellence. Check them out.
Hey, what's up? This is your friend, Francisco Serrano. If you haven't checked it out, American Contractor Show, YouTube channel, Facebook channel, Twitter, Instagram, all the platforms, you need to go them, like them, start learning about your craft.
Hey, I'm Matt Danskin with Restoration Referral System. Check out the American Contractor Show. The truck that they've got is awesome. Everything else that they have going on.
This is Larry Bache with the Northern Law Group, helping policyholders for more than 30 years. If you have a claim or your client has a claim that needs help, please feel free to call the Northern Law Group because we are the true policyholder advocate.
C3 was eager to help us, and even whenever we weren't giving them work, they were still eager to give advice. The things that they were putting out for the pertaining from DMO to RFG and giving that to the industry and not charging anything for it, I thought was really cool. And that's stuff that I as a contractor appreciate. I'd recommend C3 to any contractor that's looking for a PA, especially if you're around Colorado. Great guys, man. I'm nothing but happy with the work they've done for us.
What's up, everyone? Lead meteorologist John Choquette here for some live storm coverage. We have a lone supercell moving into the Des Moines area right now. This thing has previously dropped upwards of 3-inch hail just to the north of this area. It's currently right over the radar, so it's going to be looking a little messy, but even with it on the radar, you can very clearly see a supercell structure with one hell of a hook here over Grimes, Iowa. We already have a report of golf ball size hail coming in with this storm, so we're going to start things off right away. We're going to list off what this is warned for, so let's bring up the warning here and see how big this hail is expected to be. So it is currently warned for 3-inch hail, and that includes Ankeny, Des Moines, Urbandale, West Des Moines, so the western half of Des Moines, Iowa, and this is till about 2:30 in the afternoon. And Justin, what does it say for the speed? I know it's moving to the south and east, so it's about 30-ish miles an hour. Yeah, 30 miles an hour. So if we bring up the cone here, let's just remove the warning, and we bring up the cone. So generally going to the south and east at about 30 miles an hour, we can bring up and let you guys know exactly what portions of Des Moines are about to be impacted here. And he only did about 19 miles an hour. So you're gonna have to zoom out a little bit. And so going again southeast at about 30 miles an hour. This is going to go pretty much directly over the center of Des Moines here. It's going to impact a lot of folks. There we go. So Grimes pretty much right now. 1:59 Central Time. Urbandale will be there at 2:12. West Des Moines at 2:18. Des Moines itself at 2:22, and then it'll be south of Des Moines on the southern sections over by Carlisle by 2:40. So over the next 40 minutes, we're going to have this storm moving directly over Des Moines, Iowa. So we remove this in here. It's going to look messy. See, I mean, the storm is actually a little bit further to. Oh my God, yeah, so it's directly over the radar right now. I have minor concerns that the storm on top of the radar is going to cause the radar to kind of glitch out and possibly pause. If it does, we can always just kind of bring up, I can bring up like Kansas City or something. So we have a report back up here to the north and east, or north and west of Granger. And they say that's a golf ball report there south of Woodward. And this has been a prolific golf ball producer. Let's go ahead, let's bring up the correlation coefficient within this storm. It's going to be kind of, again, we're on top of the radar, so it's going to be kind of a mess here. But if we zoom in a little bit just south of where we have our little hail indicator, you can actually see it's, again, very messy, but we have the lower CCs within this storm here in the areas of Johnston, Granger, Grimes. It looks like we have quite a bit of hail falling. Again, we are a couple miles from the radar. So we're only picking up this storm about 100 foot off the ground. So this is, you know, you're not even getting to the tops of some taller buildings. So we're going to be seeing quite a bit. You got those lower CCs. That's a lot of hail falling right now across Grimes and Johnston, and then possibly even towards the Urbandale area. Chances are it's probably like this. So we're gonna guessing at least golf ball size hail with this. Let's go back to just normal reflectivity. Looks like we did get a radar update. Okay, this is very messy looking with us being so close to this radar here, but it appears, I'd say, that your biggest hail is going to be located in this area. You can very clearly see where the inflow of this storm is going to be. Okay, Jesus, okay. So, all right, so it's a very intense storm. What the algorithm on here, how it determines its size, not how we do the size, but how the computer determines the size is basically how violent that updraft is, how much moisture is in the air, how tall the storms are, how far up the really high reflectivity rates are at. So this storm's right on the warm front in Des Moines, so it's explosive growth, right? And it's showing up to that 6-inch hail possible. Is it dropping 6-inch hail? No. Is it dropping a ton of hail? Yes, it is definitely dropping a lot of hail. It's dropping, again, warned for up to that 3-inch hail, at least golf ball size hail. I think very possible. A lot of golf ball size hail, upwards to possibly up to baseball size hail. I'm hoping for a couple reports to come in because it's a little harder to see what exactly is coming in here. Let's see if I got any. Okay, I'm getting some MPing reports already starting to show up on my phone. The MPing reports don't show up on here, so I'm trying to like get a general idea. I'm seeing a lot. Huh?
There's a baseball size that just came in.
A baseball report came in? Where at? Urbandale. So baseball, okay, so baseball size hail. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to guesstimate exactly where this baseballs are going to be. So you have the updraft, right? So that's going to be where that lift, the strongest lift is, the strongest upward wind is going to be right in here. So the stronger the updraft, the more weight it can support in the air, meaning the bigger the hail can get. So that means the baseball size hail is likely going to be right along 415 here in the Urbandale area, Johnston region. If we zoom in a little bit further, we can probably get some more roads up in here. So the Webster neighborhood, right along, what is this, 86th Street or 86th Street and I-35 come together here. Probably going to be seeing some of that baseball size hail coming down right now. So it's going to be a pretty major storm. We're moving into a very populated area, the most populated city in the state of Iowa, and this is going to most likely bisect the city in the most populated way possible. So we can see quite a bit of hail with this. Let's take a second. Let's zoom out a little bit and see if we can get, if there's any wind with this. We've only been looking at hail. Okay. Man, look at the rotation in here. So you got a lot of mid-level rotation with this. So you got broad rotation. So that broad, you get the tight rotation, you get a tornado. The broad rotation is really good for producing very large hail. We just got a report in right on the golf ball all right, so the NWS office, so National Weather Service office, which is directly over the radar, it's in the cone of silence where you can't see anything, they got 2-inch hail. And that's not even near where the biggest hail would be. So I think Urbandale, Milwaukee, western sections of Des Moines, you are going to get probably up to baseball size hail here. A lot of hail. Okay, we got here in Johnston right here, that's likely going to be where, yes, that's where your baseball size hail is going to be. Again, this isn't going to be as clear as like when we cover storms, like even in Norman or Dallas, where you're able to see everything very clearly. You get some distance from the radar, you can see everything great. This, we're very close. We're picking up the storm under 1,000 feet. So you're going to, oh wow, look at that. I got right here. What do we got right here? This one just came in like 2 seconds ago. 2-inch hail. All right, so 2-inch hail. So you got that golf ball, 2-inch hail. Again, and you said there was a report of baseball size hail, Justin? West of Urbandale, just west of Urbandale, so over here. So this is where your baseball size hail is likely going to be. Again, the Ryder area where 141 and I-35 come together. And this is moving southeast about 30 to 35 miles an hour. So it'll go directly through Urbandale and then the western sections of Des Moines. I think the biggest hail is going to stay just to the west of downtown Des Moines, but you're going to see everywhere on the western end, so Urbandale, Des Moines, and then eventually down towards Carlisle, you will get that large, very large hail. They have reports of 2-inch hail already right out the gate. They reported baseball-sized hail. Is that on MPing, Justin? Yes. On MPing, so somebody reporting baseball-sized hail with that as well. Is there anything else on MPing interesting coming in? I know I'm making you do 1,000 things at once here. It's lighting up. So, okay, so MPing reports are lighting up. So that's just your average person who has the app. They're able to go in there and you can put reports into it. When it lights up, that usually is the first sign on our end of this storm means business, especially when it is going to be very close to the radar and it's a little more difficult to really parse out what's happening here within the live coverage. So I think, again, upwards of that golf ball to baseball size hail. We just got an update. Let's bring up the updated marker here. Okay, it's still showing. Kind of garbage. Forget the Titan impact. This thing I think is more indicative of a tornadic activity, but notice that max hail size. Again, the algorithm is indicating you're getting that very large hail. Again, I don't think we're gonna see 4, 5, 6-inch hail like you're gonna see in like the San Antonio area from like this year, but a ton of hail falling, especially in that golf ball to baseball size range. Let's go ahead and pull that out. It looks like we have a new warning out here. Let's zoom it out just a tad, Justin, and bring up the new warning text. All right, so this will cover the southern sections of Des Moines all the way down to Indianola. Let's bring this up. Okay, so it warned for that baseball size hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds. And in the text, is it saying confirmed, finding reports? Anything in there?
Yeah, I'm looking at it.
Are you unmuted? Okay.
It's 30 miles, baseball size, train spotters, producing up to 3-inch.
Producing up to 3-inch. So it's all right. So spotters have confirmed over baseball size hail is what's happening right now in Urbandale.
They are saying it's a very dangerous situation.
Yes. This will break windows. This will definitely. Can't hear, Justin. Did you actually unmute yourself? Oh, come on, Justin. Just unmute yourself. Okay, we got like, holy crap.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, let's zoom in. We just got a ton of reports in. So over the course of the warning came in, we were looking at the warning text. Justin forgot to unmute his mic. And all right, let's just kind of go through. Let's zoom out a tiny bit. I don't know which ones we've actually looked at. So we've looked at this one. Let's just kind of go from north to south here, start in Grimes, and we're just going to keep pushing through each different report, see what we've had so far. So we got a golf ball report there in Grimes. Let's close that one out. Let's move on. Let's go east. What's this one?
Which one?
Just east of Grimes.
Oh, just
This one right here. We're going to go left to right. Another golf ball. Let's bring up this one. Quarters. Okay, so these are all the MPing reports coming in now. There's another golf ball. That one. All right, 2-inch. There's a bunch all clustered right in here.
I'm going to zoom in a little bit.
I'm assuming that what the baseball report's going to be somewhere in here. So this is all in Urbandale right now. Again, these reports that just came in. So there's your baseball size hail in the Urbandale area. This one just to the east of that baseball report. Okay, quarters. Yeah, so it's all, I mean, these are all over the place here. And
it looks like it's going to be
furthest to the west. Huh?
There's on MPing, there's a ton of corner reports, so it looks like it's going to be a very
high volume.
Yeah.
Again, tons of hail is falling out of this. So, all right, so we got all those reports moving through. Let's bring up the CCs. Let's kind of see if we can get an idea of, we got the radar update. Let's see if we have an idea of where it's all at. Can you actually take the reports off for just a second, Justin? You know where that's at?
Negative.
Go be on the right-hand side and like the drop down. I have like local storm reports and just like uncheck it, and it'll turn it off. There we go. All right. So here we go. In Urbandale, right here, you see the lowest CC is pretty much right where this little icon's at. This is where you're going to have that hail upwards of possibly baseball size and diameter. I mean, some of this down here is probably not actually the precip coming in, but you're going to have that hail. A ton of hail is going to fall. It's going to be a large variety of sizes. Might start kind of small and then get up to that baseball size hail, or especially if you're in the Urbandale area, it may start as just baseballs and then eventually fill in some more with more hail falling. Yeah, we get that. Yeah, it's definitely the max hail size on this. Again, when you get a ton of hail falling, usually the max hail size will be ridiculous, but there's going to be a ton of hail with that upwards of the baseball size. So let's go right back to reflectivity now. We can see, okay, so Des Moines, downtown Des Moines, you're getting, the storm is impacting you now. Chances are the hail, let's do a CC scope just for over here in Des Moines, so we don't have to switch back and forth as much. Okay, so
It still looks like it's
just
too
move it
close
off
to the radar.
to move it off to the left real quick, or further, just out of the way. Okay, yeah, you're gonna get big hail right in here. Okay, let's remove, yeah, right in here. Zoom in right I-235. Zoom in some more. Okay, so you got some big hail falling here. Right along I-235 here. Here is downtown Des Moines where my hand's at. Here is just west of them. So you got Cottage Grove Ave down to Lincoln Place Drive along the I-235 corridor here in the western sections of central Des Moines. This is where you're gonna have a lot of hail falling with this. The CCs, again, if we just pop it over to CCs in general, look how low those CCs are with the reflectivity. This is your big time hails falling down on here. Ingersoll Ave, over on Tonawanda Drive, big hail's falling, and a lot of it's falling. So this is the type of hail that you're gonna be denting up your cars, possibly losing windows, windshields. It really impacts siding, especially if there's wind blowing with this. You're gonna have obviously quite a bit of hail hits. This should be pretty intense with that. And then further to the north here, you actually have a higher reflectivity as well. And do the CCs correlate with that? Yes, they do. So you're going to have big hail in there. But notice how, so here you have the higher reflectivity. Notice the CCs weren't as low, but on the other one, oh, we're on velocities now. But down here, notice how low those CCs are. This is where your biggest hail is falling right here. You're gonna have a lot of hail falling in here. So probably, if you're gonna have the baseballs and you're around the 235 area, you're gonna have probably up to around golf ball size hail near I-35 itself in the Urbandale area. If we go back to reflectivity, you're just joining us, we have a storm now moving through the Des Moines area itself. Let's bring those local storm reports back up as I assume we will continue to get more. We've got a ton already and they're going to keep coming in as we are moving through Des Moines. Is this a new one? Right here around Route 6? No, that's not a new one. It's from 10 minutes ago. So it's 2:13 right now. We are going to be moving through Des Moines. By about 2:30 to 2:40, we will be in the Carlisle area. So you got another 15 to 20 minutes here. You can even see, look at this. Look at the inflow of this thing. So this is basically the air getting sucked into this storm, extending all the way well to the west of Des Moines and sucking into the storm, causing that lift. That warm, unstable air is what is fueling this thing to drop the amount of hail that is falling right now across the Des Moines area. It's looking to be probably a pretty serious map out the gate. It's obviously going to be a 3-star map. Hopefully we set that to that. And it's possible that we are about to make our first 5-star in quite a while here. Des Moines is a big enough city, and it looks like a big enough impact to have potentially a 5-star here. So it's look at, we got radar update. Look at that, the real hot pink showing up here on reflectivity. It's flashing. It just went by here in Des Moines. Let's zoom in on that area. Let's do the scope for the CCs real quick. Just right in here, kind of see. Okay, yep, we're getting it looks like the CC scope has not caught up to the reflectivity. That's fine. So this is where you're going to be getting large quantities of hail here. Let's zoom in all the way. Let's get some streets on this. Give everyone watching an idea of where, as of 2:14, where this hail is falling right now. Let's move up a little bit. You got behind the banner there, Justin. Hickman Drive and the Martin Luther King Jr. Parkway. We zoom in even more. There's going to be a lot of folks. Yeah, look at all these streets. Sheridan Avenue, Hickman Road, like I mentioned, 34th Street, 24th Street. Switch it all the way to just CCs. So like where my hand's at. Okay, yeah, it's still messy looking, but nonetheless, you see the lowered CCs, you see those higher reflectivity values. Let's go back to reflectivity, and this thing is going to keep chugging along here, see if I got any other MPing reports coming in with this thing as it's occurring right now.
Yeah, I'm trying to find pictures right now.
Golf ball report from a second ago. Yeah, if you guys have any pictures from the storm, of course, you can put it in the chat or you can message Hailtrace directly, and we will try our best to put it up onto the live stream here to see what's happening with this. So I'm just kind of looking through. I got a spotter reported golf balls a moment ago, pretty much exactly where we're looking at right now. Other MPing reports, so it looks like we're getting quarters first because I see a lot of the reports coming in of quarter size hail, and then the bigger hail comes in. So it's going to start off maybe a little smaller and then rapidly go up in size to at least that golf ball size. Golf ball, 2-inch hail. What's this picture of? Where's that at, Justin?
Johnston and Grimes.
In Grimes? Okay,
Yeah.
so yeah, that's like a tennis ball right in that picture. Do you send that in the chat so they can, or do you know how to put it in the Google Drive?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, just put it in the drive. Hopefully one of them's got our whole team's working on this right now. If you are subscribed to Hailtrace, you're getting those alerts. You're obviously watching us. Thank you for watching us. You can share that. Thanks to our sponsors for making this all possible as always. And again, this is continuing to move to the south and east. Your highest concentration of hail here is going to be just the northwest of downtown Des Moines. Okay, we just got a radar update, so let's go ahead. Let's zoom in here. This looks like it's pretty much on top of downtown, if I'm not mistaken. Zoom in a little more. Yeah, here's downtown. Yeah, it is hailing in downtown. Let's go straight to correlation coefficient. Yeah, wow. All right, cool. Getting a lot of hail downtown Des Moines. This is downtown Des Moines. Notice how low the CCs are when you see the greens, the yellows, the blues. That is indicating you get that hail of at least golf ball size and larger. This has been dropping a ton of hail. This looks like we could be seeing possibly that hail golf ball to tennis ball size, maybe even bigger than that in downtown Des Moines falling currently. So Walnut Street and 6th Ave, there you go. There's an intersection for you of at least golf ball size hail. Again, all of downtown Des Moines. You can see the reflectivity is a little bit higher as a whole right here, probably because a couple of taller buildings are cutting off the radar. We zoom it out a little bit, and there is hail. So now we're in Des Moines. We're moving south and east. Carlisle, you're going to be next. That's going to be by about 2:30. I have a ton of reports that have come in already up to baseball size hail. There's a picture of a tennis ball size hail in Grimes. Okay, we just got a warning update. Let's bring in the updated warning, the one that's on Des Moines currently. Okay, for baseball size hail, anything of note in the description?
Basically, it's the same.
Okay.
Spotter reports up to 3 inches, dangerous situation.
Okay. Okay, so yeah, up to 3-inch hail has fallen. I don't know if it's currently falling. We will find that out through social media images, since I'm only analyzing this on 2 different parameters. Our meteorology team, we look at multiple different parameters to really help determine the hail size on top of reports and social media pictures that you guys will send in. So we can just kind of bring the whole thing over to CC to see how much of this storm is actually actually has hail in it. And yeah, it's pretty clear. There's your so here's your inflow region where you have the lowest CCs. That's where your biggest hail is going to be, and extends all the way up into downtown and just north of downtown Des Moines. So about 235 down to about Route 28 going north-south here in the Des Moines area. With that real focus, let's zoom in right in this region right here. Yeah, we got the arrows. Let's zoom in right in here, right where that biggest hail is likely falling right now. What's this street right here? The George Flagg Parkway and Bell Avenue. This is where your biggest hail is likely going to be falling currently with the lowest CCs. Bring it back to reflectivity now, and there you go. So right at the edge of that storm, right where that updraft region is. You need a strong updraft to keep hail up to baseball size in the air. So that's going to be where your best potential is going to be. And again, the algorithm is still struggling a little bit, but we picked up speed, man. We're at 36 miles an hour. It's crazy. All right, so zoom it back out. Let's kind of reset here. We're just watching. We have a major hailstorm moving through the Des Moines area, pretty much going diagonally from Grimes through Des Moines to most likely next up Carlisle. Hail falling right now in downtown Des Moines of probably golf ball size hail plus, and we've had reports of upwards of 3-inch hail in the Grimes area, and that is continuing to move to the southeast. We've had baseball size hail reported in Urbandale, and this is still ongoing. It's still dropping very large hail. It's a very healthy supercell riding the warm front, giving it the necessary juice to move through the area with a ton of hail reports that have since come in. Yeah, there you go. The inflow, you can very clearly see the inflow of the storm, which is also the warm front, pumping into the storm, giving it basically nitrous to keep this thing rocking and rolling here. Have we gotten any? I'm sure we've gotten more reports. I just can't tell. There's some here by Urbandale. I'm assuming we'll end up getting more reports scattering to the south and east. The Weather Office, National Weather Service in Des Moines, they're going to have to catch up a little bit here. Yeah, it's from a while ago. Catch up a little bit here as this storm is ripping across the city with that very large hail, upwards of to baseball size, confirmed at least in Urbandale. We got a radar update here in Des Moines. Looks like the biggest hail may be moving out of downtown and moving to the south. Let's bring up the correlation coefficient. Let's kind of see. Oh yeah, wow. That's probably the best. This is probably the clearest presentation we've had so far of the CCs. Pretty easy to tell that we have quite a bit of big time hail with this. Zoom in a little bit more, Justin. Let's try to get the roads up on here. There we go. So, okay, you have this, the algorithm, the hail indicator telling us, yeah, okay, we get it. We got big hail coming down here. We got Fleur Drive. Keep moving it. Let's move it up to the north a little bit. Pretty much along Highway 69 here. What is this? Indianola Avenue. You got the big hail falling here. Again, that upwards of 2-inch plus size hail with this. Anywhere you see the yellows and the greens showing up behind me, that is where your big hail is falling. You keep moving to the north and it continues to have big hail. Look at that, we just got a report in. What's this report here in downtown? Okay, we got $half size hail at the state capitol. This is actually just, it was a little bit to the east of where the biggest hail like was. Let's bring up that other one here. Okay, most hail is between Diamond Nickel size at 31st and Ingersoll Avenue, but largest estimate is 1.5 hail at time of report. So it's still hailing at 2:15, I assume. All right, let's zoom out a little bit. So maybe downtown didn't. Okay, so we got 2 more reports that have come in. Let's go ahead. I'm going to bring up on my phone here. Let's see any other imping reports or anything. We got $half near downtown. We got quarters.
Yeah, I just think they're gonna take a while to catch up on all those.
Yeah,
imping
they're gonna take a minute to catch up on this. Anyway, downtown, what we've confirmed so far is a lot of hail up to ping pong ball size near downtown. It still makes sense. I mean, the biggest hail is going to be further to the south here. The closer you are to the updraft, the bigger that hail is going to be. But nonetheless, you're getting a ton of hail here across all of Des Moines as more reports will continue to come in. All right. So let's see, moving. This thing doesn't seem to stay pretty consistent with
the warning says 30 miles an hour.
Yeah, let's bring up CCs again. Dang, man, that's crazy. It looks pretty good. I mean, I don't actually know if we have any, if we're able to look at KDP or anything. A couple of the other parameters to help kind of determine. Oop, we got another report right here. Let's bring this up by Millman. So, okay, ongoing at this time. So this is from a minute ago. Des Moines International Airport, you're getting golf balls. Oh, that's where the airport's at. Let's bring it back, bring that to reflectivity. Okay, let's zoom in onto where the airport's at. Let's just zoom in right at where that report's at. You know, you can use the click the center thing to make the box. You know, like, so I'm assuming the airport's right over here. So, airport, you're getting that golf ball size hail that was ongoing as of 2 minutes ago at the time of the report. So a lot of hail falling with this. So again, your biggest hail in that case is going to be right over in here. May not be as large as it was a little earlier, at least based on reports that have come in currently with the information that we have available at this exact second. It appears the largest confirmed report is golf ball size hail, and it's going to be south of Park Avenue in the southern sections of Des Moines. Let's zoom in a little bit here. Let's check out just to the northeast of the report. So we got McKinley Avenue, southwest 9th Street, this area in here. We bring up, I bet if we bring up the CCs, you'll also see it correlate with some lower CCs. Lower correlation coefficient. CCs. Messing up. Like a lot. Like messing up a lot or no? Oh. Okay. Is it still sounding like a robot? Or is it good? It's good now? Okay. Okay, so yeah, here's your lower CC. Sorry about the audio issue there for a minute. And yes? Yeah, it's good now though. Okay. So, where did it start wigging out?
Right when you told me to zoom in.
Okay. Yeah, so we're zooming in on the area. You can see the lower CCs here. That's where your hail is going to be. There's going to be a ton of hail falling up to that golf ball size, at least confirmed, possibly larger than that here along East McKinley Avenue and near southwest 9th Street. Let's bring it back to reflectivity. Zoom out a little bit and kind of reset, figure out, see what the storm looks like right now. Okay, so it's definitely not looking, is this Des Moines, Iowa? Yes, it is. This is Des Moines, Iowa. This storm. Okay, so the fact that this thing's saying the hail size is getting smaller, it might actually be starting to weaken. I'm curious. Do we have the Echo Tops scope? We might still be, yeah, we may still be a little close. Okay, bring it down further. I mean, the Echo Tops are still pretty high. Let's go ahead and kill that. It's a little hard to tell sometimes when you're like right by the radar. So again, we're moving south and east. Downtown Des Moines, you are done. The hail has since passed. Again, we're moving down by Highway 65. Now keep going south and east. We don't need to click on the mesocyclone. So let's just do all of it with CCs now. Okay, so you can pretty clearly see your hail is focused right along Highway 69 and Highway 5 here in the southern sections of Des Moines. Right pretty much where my hand is at, that is where your hail is primarily going to be focused. There's severe hail anyway. The storm possibly could be weakening a bit. The biggest hail in Urbandale had up to baseball size hail. You had hail in downtown Des Moines. Hail just west of downtown is likely where you saw hail close to that baseball size as well. And now we've had golf ball size hail at the International Airport in Des Moines, and is now where that golf balls are going to be is going to be by Highway 69 and Highway 5. Okay, and we are still just seeing all the reports. Let's see what any other MPing reports have come in, or no, the MPing. Why have the MPing reports like stopped? Okay, so we are now beginning to move out of the general Des Moines area. So we got another report in here, Justin. At the Capitol Complex quarters. What's the other one? What's the other one from earlier? I don't even remember. We had like a bunch of them come in. Increased hail size at the Capitol. So they did get golf balls at the state Capitol. So I don't know. The Capitol, I'm assuming the Capitol's in downtown. So got golf ball, so up to golf ball size hail. So, okay, those initial reports coming in, again, it started a little bit smaller and it continued to get bigger. So you got that golf ball size hail from the International Airport all the way to the state capitol here in Des Moines, Iowa. So there's going to be a very broad, very wide swath of that hail ranging from quarter to as large as baseball size across a large section of Des Moines. This is most likely going to be one of the most impactful hailstorms in the Des Moines area in quite a while here. We've had a couple decent storms over the last few years. I'm trying to think of the most impactful one. I don't think we've made a 5-star map in Des Moines in at least a while. So, okay, you got to reset the mic.
Yeah.
Here, can you turn your mic on? Unmute yourself.
Yeah.
Talk for a second.
Yep.
Okay.
Hey guys, I just got to reset John's mic.
How do I sound now?
Perfect.
Perfect. Okay. All right. So things are reset, and apparently the computer gets a little excited from the storms that are happening here. So I sound good now, right?
Yep, you're good.
Okay. All right. So have we had any pictures come in
Yeah.
on the drive? Can you bring it up on that computer?
Let's see.
I got Justin doing about 10,000 things over here, and so go ahead, give him a shout. You'll probably meet, if you go to events and stuff that Hail Trace is at, you'll likely meet Justin. He's the one that goes and does all the chit-chat with people. So, you finding it?
I don't see a file for today yet.
There isn't one for today yet? Okay, well, while Justin's doing that, we'll just kind of update what's happening right now. It looks like the storm doesn't look like it's as healthy as it once was. You're not seeing any obvious high reflectivity here. We're also getting a little bit south of the more bigger population core of Des Moines itself. You got Scotch Ridge and Levy, Carlisle, and even down by Somerset all have that hail falling right now, but I think that biggest hail may have already fallen. Again, we had that golf ball size hail at the International Airport, had a golf ball size hail at the state capitol, and likely almost everywhere in between. Further to north, over by Urbandale, we had baseball size hail in Grimes. We've had a lot of hail has fallen here across the metro area, and this is likely going to be a very a higher profile hail map, and probably one of the bigger hailstorms that have happened that don't take place in states that start with Texas or end in Oma. So we've had our biggest storms have been pretty much exclusively Texas and Oklahoma this year. So looks like Des Moines, Iowa, you are joining the party with a major hailstorm for.
We got about 10 photos in here.
About 10 photos?
Yep.
Okay, do you remember how to switch it from the radar to the pictures?
Negative.
Okay, so you want to do is you take drive, you want to take the drive tab and you drag it over to the other screen, the other monitor screen, right? So you're going to see it on the video switcher screen. You guys are going to find some behind the scenes on how all this tech works. So drag, so you just drag it to the right. You see it over there now? Okay.
I'll figure it out.
Okay, so while Justin's figuring that out, again, as of 2:30, the hail in most of Des Moines, it's going to be back up behind where it says reflectivity right here, this banner. The hail has ended, is now moving away. We're trying to bring up the pictures for you guys. Okay, all right, what I'm going to do, you're going to still hear me, I'm going to step off the screen. I'm going to just kind of help Justin out here for a second. Get this on here. If Derek's watching, he can make fun of Justin. Okay, so here, take this tab, just drag it over here, right?
Gotcha.
Okay, so let's just go ahead and maximize that again. Why'd you open this? Okay, and now we want to.
Camera 3.
There we go. Okay, so now we can maximize the pictures. Let's bring up some pictures here from the storm. All right, where's this one at? This is 141 north of Highway 44. There you go. Here's your little bucket. I mean, it looks like pretty good hail here. Looks like pretty solid. Looks like some hard hail with this. Let's keep just kind of moving down the picture some more. Dang, all right, so that's a 3-incher, and that is East 2nd Street and Oak Avenue, I believe. I'm assuming this is in Des Moines.
I think that was to the north.
To the north of Des Moines?
Yeah.
Yeah, we gotta
Woodward,
get
I think.
Okay, we gotta make sure we get some town names on here. This is at I-80 and I-35. I believe that should be in Des Moines itself. Let's see, what's this one? The Drake neighborhood here, somewhere in the Des Moines area. So about half dollar size hail with that. This is, what does that say? Waveland Park neighborhood. Looks like about golf ball to 2-inch size hail there. We have Southeast 37 and yeah, you might need to use your mic here.
Glenstone. Southeast 37 in Glenstone.
In Glenstone, okay. You got about ping pong ball size with that.
Oh, there's that same picture.
That's the same picture again.
A little over quarters. That
Quarters
is at Oak Park neighborhood.
Oak Park neighborhood, so DSM, so I'm assuming Des Moines.
Drake University.
Drake University, there you go. That's some $50 to maybe some ping pong ball size hail with that.
East Division and Southeast 2nd.
East Division and Southeast 2nd. Okay, there's your quarter size. Looks like golf ball size hail there. Maybe even maybe this one might be like a 2-inch. One of these might be like a 2-incher. Yeah, probably about 2 inches with that. So there you go. Those are the pictures that are coming in right now. We're gonna see more pictures come in as the storm pulls away and people go outside and they go check out what they're seeing with the damage and stuff. So that's what we're seeing so far with the storm that's moved through the Des Moines area. You can bring me back to. All right, so are you able to bring me back to the radar?
I said 4, right?
Yeah, the radar is gonna be input 4. 4, and then cut. You wanna hit the cut button, and then make sure you turn you gotta turn me back on, the hit key on. It's up at the top, over to the left. See it? Key? Nope. I don't know what you just hit there. That's not the button. Okay.
Sorry,
to the
guys.
right, to the right. It's my left. It's your right. You see, it's key, and it says on off. Up at the top. There we go. There I am.
I'm getting there.
All right, we'll get there. You guys can roast Justin. It's fine. All right, let's zoom out a little bit. Let's kind of reset. We're here at 2:37. The storm has since moved through Des Moines. If we zoom out a little bit so you can kind of see, look at all these reports that have come in. Storm went from northwest to southeast, moving through the Des Moines area. You got a whole bunch of them. Des Moines International Airport got some golf ball size hail. And is now south of Des Moines. It's south of the majority of the population here. Let's bring up CCs. Let's kind of check in, see what's happening with it right now. Look at that. Yeah, not too much hail is falling with it now. It's really concentrated between Highway 69 and Highway 5 on the eastern sides of that. Yes, the algorithm is kind of going down in size a bit. Notice people effective 116. That's much less. There's significantly less people over here. We just got a report in Carlisle itself. Let's see what size hail that is. Some quarters going on right now in Carlisle, Iowa. So we're now down to quarter size hail. The storm has weakened quite a bit, but the damage is already done. We've already had a lot of hail. We can kind of go back. Let's recap some of the reports that have since come in. Off to the north here, we're gonna start. Let's start here by Granger. I don't even know. Did we even get to see this one? This one might be from a bit ago. Okay. Ping pong ball size hail from MPing from about 40 minutes ago. They got 2-inch hail at the National Weather Service office. That is an official reading. We had, let's grab some ones, a bunch of different golf ball reports coming in here in the Grimes area, in the Johnston area. There's a baseball report down here by Urbandale somewhere. Okay, there's a $50 report, but I know there's a baseball report. And again, we got a bunch of reports kind of really concentrated in the northwestern sections of the Des Moines area. Urbandale looks like they were especially hit significantly. There was a lot of different reports that have since come in. Maybe it was this one right here. Nope, or was it this one? Nope, that one? Where was it? It might be under one of these. They kind of stack on top of each other as well. So, all right, so that's what we've seen so far. Again, we had that big hail. Any other pictures have since come in? on the drive thing, just hit refresh and see if any others showed up. You don't have to bring it up on the screen if they haven't. Nope. Okay. Yeah, so I think we are probably on the calming down. We're now moving into a much more rural area. Let's kind of zoom out to show all of Iowa, and let's just kind of see if there's anything else. No, this is the only game in town. This storms weren't expected. I mean, if you watched my forecast, well, a couple hours ago, I didn't say till about 9 o'clock. This was just a rogue storm. It fired off all on its own, and it's all by itself, just riding that warm front, and took advantage of the storms happening during the daytime versus later, and it still managed to make some baseball-sized hail across Des Moines. More storms are indeed possible later on tonight, but I think this is probably your most impactful storm for folks in the Des Moines metro area. And with that, we'll check one more time on the warning here, and I think we may start to calm things down a little bit, wind it down as so it's now only warned for ping pong ball size hail, and it is moving away from Carlisle. It'll be heading towards Indianola, but I believe it'll likely, if we let's remove the warning text here, it'll likely stay mostly to the east of Indianola, the center of Indianola anyway, so eastern sections of town will see some hail, but if you are west of Highway 69, you likely won't really see anything, possibly even any rain in the Indianola area. So that's all we are really looking at for now. I think, yeah, that hail's, again, really just focused along Highway 65, not 69. Highway 69 is over there somewhere. Highway 65. So you guys check it out on our maps, of course. This is being mapped live, Iowa hail. All the details will be filled in as, of course, we are getting pictures on the map. We get the timing, of course, when it's all done. You can check it out now. It's live on the website. It's not just because you're not getting that alert that it is done. It's being done live. You can check it out. We'll see. Will we have a 5-star map with this? It's at least a 4-star map. So we'll just have to wait and see if we get any confirmed damage with this, but it's looking like a pretty significant storm. So you guys can go. Thanks for watching. Thanks for sharing. As always, you can check us out on all of our social media platforms. If anything else surprises us, we will go live for the remainder of today. Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, LinkedIn, all that stuff. The link below, you can check us out as well, all easily at Hailtrace, and you can check us out there. Give us a call, 855-334-4245. Any other comments, questions, or concerns you have. Curious about other areas that are at risk for today, you can email us at info@hailtrace.com. Again, this is all great ways to contact us, especially if you haven't used Hailtrace in a while and you're already a client or you want to be a client. Contact us. We can get you trained up and ready to roll so you can take advantage of this storm as quickly as possible, and visit our website for more details as well. Lead meteorologist John Choquette. We got over here in the back. He did it. So,
sort of.
All right, guys. We'll talk to you later.